letter before. What about an email? Okay, so I'm going to bring back the book, Miss LaRue. When we went through this book, does anyone remember the format that the book was written in? Correct, it was a letter. So we're going to go back to this letter, and we're going to look at it. In the letter, can you see up close? What does it say up there? So yes, correct. It says, Dear Mrs. LaRue, and the date. Does everyone agree that in a letter, it should say dear and a date? Thumbs up. All right. And what do you see on the bottom? Correct. So whenever we write a letter or an email, do we agree that we should always sign our name?
Yeah.
Thumbs up?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, what I want you to do is I want you to talk within your groups and come up with a couple ideas of what should be included in a letter. What do you think is important? All right, so we'll take about 20 seconds. All right, I heard a lot of people talking, and it sounds great. So let's hear a couple things real fast. What did you hear? In your group? What you talking about?
Like they were talking about like the heading, the body, and the body. The body could have the subject.
Anyone else?
We were talking about the different types of letters, like greeting letters and like business letters and other types.
Okay, great. And one more? Anything different?
We were talking about the disobedience,
Great. Good job. So, I live away at college and I go to school and I don't get to see my family that often. So I like to write them letters. But instead of writing them a letter on a piece of paper with a pen, because I think that it kind of takes a long time, I like to send an email. So again, how many of us have written an email? Okay, great. And now you have your Chromebooks, so you're able to write an email on them. So can everyone open up your Chromebooks? So don't touch them just yet, just open them up, okay? All right. So can I have eyes up here? Eyes up here. All right. So before we go into our Chromebooks, we're just going to keep them open for now. We're going to take a look up at the board, all right? So as we mentioned before, we went through the different parts of the letter, correct?
Correct.
So did we say a date? Thumbs up if we said date. Right, so we should always include the date on our letter. Did we say that we should have a greeting?
Yeah.
Thumbs up?
Yes.
All right, what about a body paragraph? Right, when we always write a letter or an essay or a narrative, we always include the body. What about a closure? And a signature. Okay, great. So all of these should be included when you're writing a letter, all right? But when you're writing an email, it's a little different. Very similar, but a little different. So parts of an email. In an email, you should always have a message header. So that's kind of confusing for those of you who have not written an email. I think most of us have. Message header is who is the message from, who is the message to, so we type in the email address usually, and the subject line. What is the message about? So let's say I went apple picking, and I was writing to my family, telling them about my apple picking adventure. How many of us went apple picking? It was fun. So I write in the subject, apple picking with my friends. And maybe I was going to tell my story about how I went apple picking. Sound good? And then we have a greeting. So, dear Sarah, or dear Miss Collins. And then we have our body message, or our message body, which is the same thing as our body above when we write our letter. And then we always have our closure, and what's the last thing we always do? Correct. Okay, so now we're going to open up our Chromebooks, which we did, you're going to go into your Google Chrome,
Wait, our drive or
your drive, correct. Then you're going to your writing folder. When you're in your writing folder, you are going to see a document that says sample email. Okay?
right?
Thumbs up when you find it, correct.
Sit down.
All right. So you're going to click on that, and what you're going to do is you're going to go around and you're going to look at this email or this letter, whatever you think it may be, and you're going to look and you're going to say, what's missing? All right? And if you want to go in and you want to type it in red, or if you just want to make a little note on a piece of paper that you have, or you keep it in your mind, let's just see what's missing, okay? All right.